Munde Anambra kenekwa munu. Onabu ana monwa na emibie. Yes. Ebe okum na gabuna the house repenting challenge. You know, we followed to broadcast this house repenting challenge that the state government embarked on through the Ministry of Environment one certain time between February 1st and March 10th. That was the date they gave. And there are some price tags, you know, prices attached to it. The street that came first, second and third. First street 10 million, second 5 million, third one 3 million. That was the tag. So, but ever since that period throughout is over a month and let's say a month and 3 weeks now, the house repainting challenge ended. So I don't know if any of us heard about who won the prize, who came first, who came second, and who came third. That's the street. But I, for one, I did not hear anything. That's why I said, let me make it open. I did not hear who came first, second, or third. And I decided to move around. I took the pens. I came down to Awada. Ebona boto watumbawa. Akanu nona boto na Awada. Na hamecha meeting kwe hageme. So I decided to move down that place to see for myself the development there, you know, concerning this house repenting challenge. Well, ejelu noru manam ayibona tokwano tosu sometimes, but you know, we can't help it, you know, just to reach out to some other people, you know, that might be interested in what we are doing. That's why, you know, majorly we speak in a language that everybody will understand. But I discovered that this present time I usually chip in some Igbo, you know, because now Madam Konare Ebosi Ebonyesi for Ebonyesi. Makana Ebonye biko na wachi. Ona aba aguye uza aguye onu. So aya aguye guzo aguye zi onu. Ka amale ebe asulasu debere odu. Okwani aka na ekwu okwu ifa. So we want to refer back to that house repenting challenge, and if anybody heard anything, you should let us know. But in case if you miss the title of that house repenting challenge and what the details is all about, I'm going to read it out. Probably okay, let me read it out first before we go to Awada and see, you know, majorly how the place is looking. Well, I don't want to judge. You be the judge to look around and see whether all the houses there were painted, or maybe half of the buildings according to the challenge, or none. So that is the thing. We'll move around, but before that, let me read out what that statement was all about that time. I remembered I broadcasted it, and I was one of the campaigners of that. So let's just go into it in proper. Special announcements. Ka Anambra Chake, in a bid to improve the ambience and the aesthetic appearance of Anambra streets and neighborhoods, Anambra state government has introduced a house repainting challenge tagged Anambra Chake, which will, you know, run from 1st February 2024 to 10th March 2024. That is the time frame for the challenge. According to the statement issued by the Anambra State Ministry of Environment and Anambra Urban Regeneration Council. All owners of houses located in public views areas within the neighborhood where roads are being constructed are required to repaint their houses according to approved color codes. The streets will be judged on 3 key criteria. I'm going to mention these 3 key criteria. 1 is a house repainting. 2, clean environment and clear drainages. Then 3 is a greening as in planting grasses, trees, and so on. And there are approved plants to be planted according to the criteria. So we have 3 criteria here, as I have just mentioned. Then the streets capable of initiating and finishing the repainting of houses within their vicinity by 10th of March have the opportunity to receive the prizes. 1, first prize 10 million, second prize 5 million, third prize 3 million. Then all landlords of properties within this neighborhood are enjoined to collaborate with government to improve the environmental ambience. Ka Anambra Chake. That is what I read out exactly, and that is the information that they gave us that time within that period. I think it was around 2nd or 3rd of February that I uploaded that video. So now we want to assess. Sometimes, to be on a very sincere note, and I said it that time, there are some things that the government will do, engage in. They must, if the government is serious, they must, and they have to come to the root of that, engagement. Like this house repainting challenge. Let me just, go into a bit details of it. Yes, it's a good thing that they introduced it, and like I said, I don't want to go into the discoveries of what we have concerning the places that we have gone until you see the video. One is that, have the government repainted their own amenities within all these places? Have they done that? It's not only buildings. What about the roads? If they have repainted roads, what about the sandy and dusty nature of the roads? Are they not part of it? Who owns the responsibility to do that? Who is supposed to, take care of the drainages and the rest? If it's the residents, what are the government doing to ensure that the residents does these things? To me, environment, as in good, clean road, supposed to come first before the house repainting. That's to me, or others might have a different view. Because you cannot, or they can go pari passu in the sense that they can go simultaneously. If not, the house repainting cannot come first before the cleaning of roads and drainages and the rest of them. You see, probably the government must have reasoned that side, and they stepped down. Let me give expo. Probably that is what happened. But it's not good. When government says something, it's always good to abide by it. And let me also chip in a kind of suggestion. I know that, and I want to believe that the government will still come back to this. But first of all, let them do what they are supposed to do in terms of our road and environment that falls under the jurisdictions of the government establishments first, before talking about this house repainting challenge. Yes, some people will always say that we call out on government always. Yes, there is a reason for that. the ones that the individuals are supposed to do, and if they don't do it, who is supposed to coerce them to do it? Is it not the government? Onitsha Brigade has the responsibilities to enforce all this clean environment stuff according to law. The other day, we came across them and we broadcasted them what they are doing when they sealed off some business premises in Awka. So what else are we going to do in this channel? We try to broadcast these things and let everybody do his own part. Not leaving out the individuals, the residents and business owners. Do your own part, clean where you are supposed to clean. If not, government will come for you. And I still want to urge the government, use this medium to urge them to go for people that are not doing the right thing. Let them go for them. Get these places that are flouting the law. Do the enforcement. Government don't need to, be using kid gloves when it comes to these issues that we are talking about. They should go on full force. That is my own suggestion. Honestly, go out on full force, do the job, do the enforcement, and others will learn. And that is how it goes. By the time you punish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, you see that others will take dressing and they will start doing the right thing. Even now, people are complying. I see them complying, cleaning their drainages. Then imagine when government goes out in full force to, ensure that people clean their drainages, keep a clean environment, and the rest of them. So that is the point. So, but in terms of sweeping the road, honestly, like I used to tell you guys, I have discussed, people have called me, I talk with them abroad, people abroad. They say that they are ready to help. They are ready to provide these machines that is not that expensive. It depends on the type the government wants. Even government themselves, they know the way to where to get these things. Nothing is here. They can also go to abroad to get these things. That is what I'm saying. We don't need to, waste further time when it comes to these environmental issues. We need to start tackling them now. And as they are going into sweeping of road and the rest, Governor Soludo is trying his best, by trying to ensure that most of our roads are being tarred. And that will help the issue of sweeping the roads a lot. Sweeping of sand, because when most roads are tarred, packing of sand by the tires of vehicles into the areas that are being swept, will reduce drastically, and everywhere will become neat, like we used to experience in some other places. Well, viewers, having said that, I'm going to show you the clips of our movement inside our axis and probably some places to see the level of compliance to this. And whatever judgment you have, please drop it in the comment section. Let's hear you out and have our discussion. Thank you. Yes, we've just arrived Wada. We are coming in through MCC or Refite Street into Awada to have our on-the-ground, on-the-spot assessment based on the house repainting challenge that was closed according to the time frame that was given, 10th of March, from 1st of February to 10th of March, which is over 1 month now, about 1 month 3 weeks now that it has closed. But I did not hear anything further from that challenge. I don't know whether anybody heard anything, and probably this is a kind of soft reminder, for the government and for the general public. They need to let us know what is happening. The government part, they need to enlighten us to, to be on the same note with them. We want to know what is happening to the house repainting challenge that was introduced on 1st of February 2024. And right now we are in Awada. We are looking around to see how many houses was repainted, because we had the information that time and we saw them, landlords of Awada and places having meeting on how to go about that. But let's just look around and see what is really happening inside Awada. We are going to use Awada as a focus of this movement majorly, until we tackle our environmental management issues. I don't think there is anything meaningful that we will be doing. Don't get me wrong and don't get it twisted. It's just to show that environmental issue is one of the major issues that Anambra state government have. I'm not particularizing it to any particular government. It has been a long-standing issue, and just as some governments, their own looks better than some, and that is the truth. And we have some physical evidence on that. Yes, if you argue, we'll show you evidence of the situation of some of these places in the previous administrations. So, but it's not easy. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. But one thing I'm sure is that if we remain focused, we will get there one day, and our state will become the real destination hub of business activities, of which the state has been in that line ever since the existence of Anambra state. So what is needed now is to give it a little touch of improvement concerning our state, and we continue to be the commercial nerve center of the southeast and Nigeria. So that is it. This is Awada, and just like I said, you can see some compound are still desilting their drainages. We are having cases where people are doing that based on information that they are getting, and we too, we are helping the government to disseminate this information anytime we receive that. Maka na Anambra dị mma na ọkwa maka anyị niile. Onwere onye ọ ga-abakarịrị uru, ọ mmadụ niile bi na Anambra and ndị Anambra niile. So anything you can do, if it means you sharing this video, share it. You will not lose anything. You've not done more than the people that produce the video. So I urge you, it's not by force, but I urge you to always share our videos. That serves as encouragement to what we are doing, and you have that sense of fulfillment to have done your own part towards greater Anambra state. Everything must not be done by Soludo. Individuals on their own, non-governmental agencies, and the concerned citizens of Anambra state should join hands. Anything you can do, do. If you can donate one sweeping machine for Anambra state, let them use it as an example to test run how roads can be swept and washed. Please do. Even if it means associations, like in America, I know that there are associations of Anambra people there. Europe, China, some of these Canada, some of these foreign countries that their exchange rate is high. These things are not much thing for them to do. They can do it. They can donate to us. Let government use it and we will monitor it, how they are using it. So that's another way of helping the government. Let them see the sample of how these things works, and they can be motivated to start using them. Well, we are still moving inside the Awada. We are looking at house repainting challenge and the ones that have been painted. Well, like I said, I'm not going to drop any comment based on buildings repainted or not. I want to hear from you, the ones that you have seen, how many and how far concerning the house repainting challenge. Yes, Awada is where you can have the highest and densely concentrated tall buildings. Yes, Awada. That is the major place you see such buildings within Onitsha metropolis, and that is the fact. And that's why we focus on the place, and based on the earlier meeting that they had with their landlords and the rest, so we want to see how far they have gone towards that. Yes, I want to see an Anambra where this type of roads, they are all well tarred with clean drainages, probably sealed up with walkways and the rest of them. You know, I will want to see such Anambra, and people will know that yes, something is happening in this state, and the government is really doing their work. That's what we want to see in near future. Yes, shanties are still very much around, and it's like the government is handling it with kid gloves. It's very simple. Anything that is not in the original plan of any building, remove any structure, any attachment that is not in the original plan of any building. Remove. That is how it works. You know, when we become used to all these things, you see that they will stop. This one they say, how will people survive? People that are doing this, how are they going to do? You see, because it has become as an arrow baro, buzi alo menani. Oh, it was not fought, you know, earlier. Agbaro eziowere mgba, ọ na-agba agba eziowere mgba ọmanchi, mana agba ya mgba ochie by force. So that is how it works. If we see things and neglect them, people are after chasing money or what will enter their pocket. Nobody cares about the general plan of a city and what happens in a city. None of their business. It becomes part of it and part of the environment. So it has been neglected for a very long time, and we have become used to it. That's why it's like that. But by the time we start, anything that is not part of the structure, remove, please. All these things will stop. And if people want to sell, they will have a special place where they will go to do their businesses and make their money. Plazas are there, and some other shops where they can go to trade. But because we have allowed so many people to get into shanties, doing one small business or the other. Yes, there is one other impression our people used to have about demolition. They think demolition is only happening here in Anambra State. That is a very wrong impression. If you go to our Facebook page, YangaLife Adventure, that's the name, you will see I shared a recent video from one of the Arab countries. one local place like that, and they were doing their own demolition, people that have trespassed, and a whole lot of them. It's happening everywhere. When people did the wrong thing, if people trespass, government has the right to demolish. That is the thing. And before you do such thing, by that time we become used to it. People will ask questions very well. Go to Lands and Survey, ask further questions before they buy places and start building. Though many of them knows that it is not allowed, that those places are not allowed to build, but they still go ahead and build, giving them assurance. The government, part of the government people, give them assurance that they should go ahead with some money crossing hands. Then when a serious government enters, they will run into trouble. So people should think twice when they engage in such acts. For such acts is not good, and it's not advisable. So the instruction will be remove any attachment that is not part of the plan of the building. That's all. Anything that is not part of the building, remove. That's the only way out of this mess. Well, we are still watching to see houses that are repainted inside Awka, Onitsha metropolis. Though Awka is inside Obosi, but Obosi is part of Onitsha metropolis. This is the only place you can see this kind of concentration of tall buildings. And Fege too. Fege, yes. Fege has such concentration of tall buildings like this. Fege Onitsha. Well, this is YangaLife channel, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscription button, the notification bell, like this video, and don't forget to share this video. Share it so that others can see. Thank you as you do that. So like I said, viewers, it's not good for government to keep the general public under suspense concerning this house repainting stuff. They need to come out to tell us how far and what is their plan, since the expiration of the challenge is over 1 month and 3 weeks. So people has to know what is happening, and aside that, they have to see this process to its logical conclusion, to avoid not just saying something and doing another thing. Next time, if government says something, people may not take them serious if they don't see this one to its logical conclusion. That is the point I am making, and I believe that you've understand what I am saying, and reason along with me. Even though there is no perfections, but there are some level of expectations on the part of government. Yes, some level of expectations. Well, we are still moving inside our water, to see the situation of things by ourselves. Well, viewers, probably we are moving towards the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. That is that MCC axis. So, but maybe I will just leave you to watch the remaining part of the video, so that you make your serious observations based on what we are discussing. So I'm still Chinedu, your presenter, and let me just allow you to finish up the video. Thank you.